You're sitting across from her, calm, composed, yet curious. You want to understand what's really going on beneath her words, behind her smile. Not to control her, but to see her clearly. Most men try to guess what a woman is thinking. They analyze body language, overthink silence, or look for hidden signs. But the truth is simpler. You can see directly into a woman's inner world through just 5 questions. Reading her mind isn't a gift. It's a skill, one built on empathy, awareness, and the discipline of observation. Most women guard their thoughts, yet they secretly crave to be deeply understood. That longing for emotional understanding is the key. This isn't about manipulation. It's about connection. True Stoic mastery is not found in control, it's found in clarity. Socrates once said, "To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom." But understanding others, especially women, is an equally powerful kind of wisdom. The difference between shallow talk and deep connection lies in the questions you ask. Most men ask, "What do you do?" or "Where are you from?" But the 5 questions I'm about to share pierce straight through the surface and reveal her true nature. The third one, in particular, uncovers her deepest emotional code. The one she only shows to those she trusts completely. If that's something you want to master, subscribe to the Stoic Brotherhood so you don't lose your place on this path of masculine clarity. Let's begin. Question 1. What's been the highlight of your week so far? Simple, harmless, but profoundly revealing. This question exposes what truly lights her up. Most people ask, "How's your week?" and get mechanical answers. Busy, fine, same old. But when you ask about the highlight, you're asking her to show you what she values. It forces her to choose what matters, what gives her energy, what brings her peace, what defines joy for her. You're not asking about her calendar. You're asking about her soul. I once asked this during coffee with a woman I'd just met. Instead of small talk, I asked, "What's been the highlight of your week so far?" She smiled, paused, then said, "Honestly, helping my sister move. She was overwhelmed, so I spent my day making her new place feel like home." That told me everything. She didn't brag about work, money, or status. Her highlight was service, helping someone she loved. That revealed her values: compassion over competition, connection over recognition. Months later, when I faced a difficult decision, I remembered that answer. She had shown me her character long before she ever told me who she was. Each woman's answer paints a portrait of her mind. Ambitious women will mention goals or achievements. Family-centered women talk about time spent with loved ones. Adventurous souls recall experiences, travel, or discovery. But what matters most isn't what she says, it's how she says it. Watch her energy. When her eyes light up, when her posture softens, that's her truth speaking. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This question reveals that very little. Does she light up when she talks about work or about people? Does she find joy in peace or in chaos? You'll know who she is by what brings her alive. Question 2. What's something you used to believe but don't anymore? Now we go deeper. This question reveals her relationship with growth. It shows her ability to evolve, to challenge her own mind. Most people cling to their old beliefs because changing them feels like losing part of themselves. But those who can evolve, who can say, "I was wrong," carry emotional intelligence few others possess. When I asked this question to a woman I once worked with, she thought for a moment and said, "I used to believe that being independent meant never needing help. Now I realize real strength is letting people in." That single answer revealed emotional maturity. It showed she had learned to balance self-reliance with vulnerability. A rare combination. This question separates the rigid from the wise. Some women answer quickly, reflecting on lessons learned through heartbreak, loss, or growth. Others hesitate, afraid to show imperfection. But that hesitation speaks volumes. If she can't name a belief she's changed, she might be afraid of being wrong or simply unaware of her inner evolution. But when she speaks openly, listen carefully. Every answer is a story of transformation. One woman told me, "I used to think kindness made you weak. Now I see it's a sign of strength." That's someone who's seen cruelty and chosen grace. Seneca said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Her answer reveals how she handles those endings, of old ideas, old identities, old versions of herself. Does she resist change, or does she welcome it as growth? The words she uses matter. I learned, I discovered, I grew. These reveal humility and wisdom, the kind that only comes through experience. Question 3. If you could change one thing about how people treat each other, what would it be? This question unlocks her hidden values, the emotional architecture behind her worldview. It's a question that feels safe but cuts straight to the heart. When I asked this once during dinner, she paused, then said, "I wish people would stop pretending to care when they don't. I'd rather someone be cold and honest than warm and fake." That answer told me everything. She had been hurt by insincerity, betrayed perhaps by people who smiled to her face and lied behind her back. Her response revealed what she longed for: truth, loyalty, and emotional depth. Every answer to this question is a mirror of someone's past pain. A woman who says, "I wish people were kinder," has likely been treated harshly. One who says, "I wish people would listen instead of waiting to talk," has probably felt unheard. And someone who says, "I wish people would stop trying to fix others," values acceptance and may have suffered under judgment. Epictetus once said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." Her answer shows who she is and what she expects from the world around her. Listen for the emotion underneath the words. Some answers come with frustration, the residue of old wounds. Others with hope, the belief that people can do better. Either way, she's revealing what makes her trust, what breaks it, and what love means to her. This question alone can tell you if you share the same moral compass. And when values align, everything else becomes effortless. Question 4. What's a decision you made that even surprised yourself? Now we explore courage. This question uncovers how she handles pressure, uncertainty, and self-doubt. It's a window into her relationship with risk. When I asked this once in a quiet conversation, a woman smiled and said, "I left my fiancé 3 weeks before our wedding. Everyone thought I was insane, but I knew in my gut it wasn't right." Her answer wasn't about rebellion, it was about alignment. She had chosen truth over comfort, courage over compliance. This question reveals who she becomes when no one's watching. Some women talk about quitting a job, starting a business, or moving to a new country. Others mention confronting someone they feared. Each story carries the same message: I trusted myself. And that's what you're really looking for: self-trust. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Adapt yourself to the life you've been given, and love the people with whom you share it." How she adapts reveals her strength. How she surprises herself shows her growth. If she says, "I've never done anything that surprised me," she may live within boundaries built by fear. But when she smiles while telling her story, that spark, that pride, is her soul expanding. These answers tell you how she handles life's storms, whether she hides from change or dances with it. Question 5. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? This is the question that reveals her essence. When failure no longer exists, her mask disappears. What she describes next is who she truly is. Ask her this, and you'll see the difference between dreams built from fear and desires born from truth. I once asked this to a woman stuck in a job she hated. Without hesitation, she said, "I'd start a retreat for women healing from breakups, a place where they could rebuild their confidence and rediscover who they are." That answer wasn't fantasy. It was a calling, a reflection of compassion and strength hidden beneath duty. 6 months later, she began building it. This question uncovers her purest motivations. Career-driven women talk about creating or leading. Creative souls speak of expression. Empathic women describe helping, healing, nurturing. But the secret lies in how she answers, not what she says. If her eyes brighten, if her voice quickens, you've touched truth. If she hesitates, it might mean she's disconnected from her dreams, buried under expectation. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more who is poor." When she answers, you see what she craves most: freedom, love, purpose, peace. The scale of her vision matters too. Does she dream small within her world, or large beyond it? Does she want comfort or contribution? Both reveal the direction of her soul. If her dream has nothing to do with connection, she may be independent or hiding from intimacy. If she dreams only of helping others but never herself, she may have forgotten her own worth. Every answer whispers a truth she doesn't say aloud. When you understand a woman's highlights, her growth, her values, her courage, and her dreams, you no longer guess who she is, you know. Reading her mind isn't magic. It's mastery of attention. It's learning to see not just what she says, but what she means. The men who build deep connections, strong bonds, and genuine respect aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who listen best. If this opened your eyes to the psychology of feminine connection, subscribe to the Stoic Brotherhood for more insights into understanding women, mastering yourself, and living with quiet strength.